Hello, and welcome to an exciting winter prank. Now, I wanted to give a little context before the shocking videos you're about to see. So, good friend of ours, former professor Dave Shive, this is him here. He's a great guy, but he hates weather hype, weather talk. The snow is coming kinds of posts. Here's a picture of snow outside my window. Here's a picture of my cat with snowflakes. Hates that stuff, and everyone knows it. So this year, the people took to Facebook to post as many pictures and updates and things like that as possible about the coming snowstorm. We decided to take it one step further and actually create a fake news network, the Dave Shive Weather Network. Here's the logo. You may remember or see some similarities to another weather channel network that exists out there. And then go ahead and create a whole slew of news anchor updates and interviews from the field with all of the completely obvious and completely over-the-top weather reporting that you know and love from the many newscasts that you tune into. Along with that, we had a couple other things we rolled out. A merchandise store with official Dave Shive Weather Network mugs and a t-shirt and even this beer stein. Very cool. So we launched that along with a Twitter account at Shive Weather. So we had a Twitter out there going full steam, keeping Dave Shive abreast of all of the weather-related information on snow. And also we received this exciting tweet back from WBAL. Our deadpan humor, I believe, was lost in the mix, but they were kind enough to tweet us back, so very exciting. So without further ado, what follows are the 8 updates from the field, from the Dave Shive Weather Network we launched. I think this was a very useful way to spend our time, and judging from the community feedback that we received from the alumni and other fans of Dave Shive people out there, I think this really meant a lot to him. So without further ado, here's the Dave Shive Weather Network video series. Enjoy. John Barnes here with the Dave Shive Weather News Network. Now, I'm bringing you a live update. I don't know if you can see it there back in the studio, but it is actually snowing. And this is the snow that has been predicted. It's coming down from the sky. I don't know if you can tell the angle. It's sort of like a 45-degree curve, and it's coming down from up here. Let me see if I can just adjust the camera here so you can see. It is falling out of the sky and coming towards the ground. Now, there's been a lot of speculation in the meteorological community as to the scope and impact of this storm. I do want to start, before we begin, by saying that this weekend, we here at the Dave Shive Weather Network have committed to bringing you hourly updates via video of storm coverage all through the night, 24/7, and we're actually going to be starting a social media presence just to inform Dave Shive of the weather conditions. Now, I'm going to see if you can tell this. I don't know if you can see a close-up here, but the snowflakes, they're very flaky. They're very small. They're what you would expect from a normal snow event. But I think what concerns me really here out in the field is seeing that the snow is coming down. It's coming down from the sky. I don't know if you can see the white, what you have here on the ground, the white coverage. This is snow from the previous snow, and regrettably we've lost the footage from that snow event a day or two ago, so we don't have that to bring you, but we will make it available at daveshiveweather.com/archives to bring you the latest from our research from the past. Anyway, so for the next hour, I'm going to go ahead and continue with our live coverage, maybe bring you a couple updates, little close-ups, bring in some experts from thought leaders from the world of meteorology. But again, breaking news right now, as of the current time, the snow is coming. It's coming down, and from what I can tell from the general vicinity, it is coming down uniformly, not just here in this particular frame that you see in the video, but it is in fact coming down everywhere as far as I can tell. Now, I'm not sure, Dave Shive, if this is the weather conditions in your specific location right now, but if you go to daveshiveweather.com/geocoordinates.php, you can go ahead and activate our live Dave Shive weather tracker so that you can follow the weather wherever Dave Shive currently is located. Now, I know a lot of you have asked, is this a free tool? It is a free tool, but again, we are asking for donations for this very expensive and costly project that we're bringing to you. So again, concluding today's report right now, as of mid-afternoon, the snow is falling, it is sticking. The snow appears to be like the snow that we have seen in the past here in Maryland. It's sort of a white, very tiny, crystalline nature. It's cold, it's very chilly, and there appears to be quite a bit of it. Now I'm actually, in our final minute remaining, I'm going to show you something. I actually have these particulates here that I have scraped off of the carport surface, and you can see at closer examination, this is in fact snow. And our team of experts back in Atlanta have confirmed that this is snow, it is coming down, and it is in fact sticking. In fact, the snow is the same regardless of which surface the snow is landing on. Sometimes snow might land on wood and it might turn into maple syrup. Other times it may land on concrete and become a pixie stick. But right now the snow is appearing to be snow and to stay snow on all the surfaces that the snow is falling. Now I'm going to turn it over to you back in the studio. Tune in next hour for another breaking news update on the Dave Shive Weather Network. Thanks for watching. Okay, thanks for tuning back into the Dave Shive Weather News Network. Now it's 10 o'clock, I'm outside here, and just to confirm that the snow has continued to fall. It's continued to fall down from the top to the bottom, following the gravitational pull of the Earth. And I just want to show you a little close-up here that the snow, it's extremely snow-like. I don't know if you can see this here back in the studio, but we are experiencing snow, just lots of it, everywhere. Now, I know a lot of viewers have been asking, is snow at night the same as snow during the day? Is it made up of the same materials? Does it have the same sort of effects? What can we expect from snow during the nighttime as well as during the daytime? This is a great question. It's something the meteorological community has really studied, investigated. The snow is in fact the same that is coming down. It's the same snow that has come down during the day, except now it is dark. So the snow has slightly less visibility. It's not as bright. It's slightly less cheery. But if you're able to see out here in front of me the snow scene, it's extremely snowy. There's just lots of snow. And you can really see the snow just coming down in that same sort of pattern that you've noticed. Now, a lot of you at home have been asking, you know, what can I do to hunker down? I really want to hunker. And this is a great question as well. It's something that, you know, in association with the National Hunkering Lab, we have partnered with the top 10 ways that you can hunker down at home. So make sure you visit our website, daveshiveweather.com, and you can get your home hunkering checklist. So again, this is an update as of now. If you're traveling out, make sure you are dressed appropriately for snow, because as you know, snow requires a certain cold temperature to be able to be snow as opposed to rain. So we are recommending the viewers, if you are going outside for frolicking or to 7-Eleven or what have you, make sure you are dressed appropriately, because it is cold and the snow is still being very snow-like. There is a chance that the snow could turn into rain or to marshmallows, but most likely for the foreseeable future and most of tonight, the snow is going to continue to remain snow as opposed to not snow. So again, if you are hunkering down, remain hunkered. If you are heading out, make sure that you do wear clothing, an occasional, you know, you may want to upgrade your clothing to something a little more warm. You can see here I have my you know, Siberian adventure hat on. But again, that is the update for now. We will be back in the morning with a fresh update for the Dave Shive Weather News Network. And just wanted to remind everyone at home, stay hunkered, do your hunkering. And if you're hunkered out, just check in tomorrow for more hunkering. Okay, thanks very much. That's all for tonight. Okay, thanks for tuning in. This is the Dave Shive Weather Network. Now today we're coming to you live, and as you can see, the snow that we talked about and that you saw last night, the snow has continued to fall down from the sky to the ground, just as we predicted. You heard it here first on the Dave Shive Weather Network. Now first, I wanted to encourage you, our listeners, to make sure you're out there following us on Twitter at Shive Weather. You can tweet us your pictures, your quotes, your observations about the snow that you're observing in your area, because we want to make sure that we are providing you the most real-time coverage with the most accurate snow and clearly obvious predictions and results that are happening around Maryland. So just wanted to take you into a quick scene here. As you can see, the snow, again, it is the same snow that we observed last night. It is stacking on top of each other. The little snow particles are building up, and I just wanted to show you here, I have brought my tape measure, and I just want to show you, if we can go ahead and zoom in for a second here, that the snow, just to prove that it is in fact stacking up. Now I'm going to show you here the snow result. It looks to be like approximately 15 inches where I stand here. So that's 15 inches. Now, 15 inches is a little bit more than a foot, because as you know, a foot is 12 inches. 15 inches is a few more inches on top of that. And if past history is any teacher here, I think what we're going to see over the next couple hours is an additional couple of inches coming down from the snow that's coming down from the sky. Now, again, we do want to encourage residents, if you're going outside, remember to wear clothes. If you are shoveling today, make sure that you wear gloves on. I have mine off just for illustrative purposes today to just show you what not to do. But I do want to encourage residents to make sure that you are wearing clothes if you're going outside. Now, I want to take you on show you real quick here. Here's what the roads look like. And again, this is very dangerous. Do not recommend that our residents trek out into the snow. I'm having a very difficult time walking. Okay, now here you can see we are actually in the street taking a look at the plowed portion to the unplowed portion. I don't know if you can see this, but my footsteps here are we're just lost in the snow. I feel like that's maybe the sentiment that most of you are experiencing today right now. Now, as we close out, I just again want to encourage residents that if you have snow news, snow information, we want to hear from you on the Dave Shive Weather Network. Please tweet us or post something here so that we can stay up to date with the weather that you're experiencing in your area. Now again, the close-up of the snow, as you can see, the snow is of a white consistency. It's a bit powdery. It has some light flakiness, but yet it also sticks to your hands, or it actually sticks to a lot of things. You can see it here compiling on my jacket. And again, this is typical for snow. This is nothing to be alarmed of. Snow often sticks to different surfaces in different ways. And again, if you're not looking to have snow stick to you, you should wear a covering or a garment of some kind. Now, we'll be coming back in a little bit with another check-in from the Dave Shive Weather Network. Again, stay safe out there. It is snowing. I repeat, it is snowing. That's all for now. All right, everyone, wanted to share with you a quick hunker down tip. Now that you're snowed in, you're kind of seeing how this is going to play out. I know a lot of you have been asking questions about how do I hunker down? What are some of the methods and tips for hunkering down? Now, first, I want to tell you this. We're out here inside of this residence, outdoor air unit, and you got to make sure at some point come outside and brush the fan off so that your air conditioner can run and not be slowed down by the snow collecting on the top of the vent. So this is pretty important. Once you see that you've got at least a foot of snow, usually you want to come outside, get the snow off of your fan so that your AC can run unimpeded. All right, this is not just a comfort thing to keep your house at that optimum cool temperature, but you want to make sure that it's not a safety hazard either. All right, so that's today's, that's right now's quick hunker down tip. We're going to be bringing you some more hunker down tips a little later. Make sure you're following us on Twitter at Shive Weather to bring you the latest in today's blizzard apocalypse news and events. All right, bye. Hey everyone, welcome back to another hunker down tip. Now, I'm at this resident's house and they went back inside after shoveling for a little bit, and I noticed something I wanted to point out because this is a really good hunker down tip. If you go inside after shoveling for a while, let's say you go outside for 20 minutes and you just give up, do not leave your shoes out on the porch. The reason being that during a snow event, if snow continues to come down, snow will not differentiate between what you have already shoveled and what has not been shoveled. It will stick uniformly to all the places that the snow has access to. Now, a lot of residents didn't know this was the case. I also wanted to tell you too, kind of a pro tip, that it's also true for gloves. If you leave your gloves inside your shoes or just wantonly cast across your porch here, the snow will also collect onto your gloves, or actually anything that you leave outside in the elements. Generally, as a good rule of thumb, that if it's outside and it's snowing, snow will most likely accumulate on top of it. Now, for some residents, this may be fine. For others, this may be a less desirable result, as when you come out in another hour to shovel another 14 inches of snow, you will be stepping into this. And most likely, this will not jive with your dry sock strategy that perhaps is part of your survival component for this blizzard. So just wanted to bring you this hunker down tip and remind you again, if you have a hunker down tip that is working for your family, go ahead and tweet us at Shive Weather so that we can retweet that and share some of your tips and strategies for getting through this year's blizzard apocalypse. All right, back to you in the studio. Welcome back, everyone. Just wanted to check in with another hunker down tip. Now, some of you may have really large trees on your property, and you may see them drooping down and getting concerned, like, is that snow as heavy as the snow that I just shoveled on my driveway? Now, the answer to that question is yes, it is in fact, again, the same snow collecting uniformly on the, whether it's on your driveway or your car on the tree, it's all the same, and it is the same weight per square inch approximately, so that when you shovel it, that pain you feel in your back, that's the same pain your trees are feeling. Now, in order to get out there and alleviate the pain for your trees, all you have to do is just jiggle the branches a little bit, and the snow will just come right off. Now, let me go ahead and show you, okay? Here it is. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Okay. All right. Listen, I do advise residents to take some caution, because some of the snow may be a little heavier than at first it appears because of the weight density of the... Back to you. Okay, welcome back to an afternoon update here on the Dave Shive Weather Network. Now, I'm standing outside a residential location in front of a mailbox just to give you a sense of how high the snow has piled on top of the other snow. This is on top of the other snow. And again, it is stacking. As we predicted, the snow is increasing in height and still coming down. Now, a lot of motorists have actually taken to the streets. They're deciding to go out. But again, just want to exercise caution. Everyone, you really need to be careful as you're out. So, oh, well. Well, look, everybody, great news. Looks like all this blizzard hype was nothing. Everything turned out okay. No real accumulation to speak of. Not really a big deal here. There was some slight dusting that we saw. I think most of you were out there and took care of that right off the bat. Some side streets perhaps might need another shoveling and a little salt, but overall, I think we missed it. We really skirted by this time. No real accumulation. Everybody, feel free to head out, hit the store, play around to golf, bust out your summer clothes, because we missed this one, and thankfully it all turned out okay. So report from the field. I think this is probably going to be one of our last reports. There's not too much else to say. Everything looks good. The streets are good. It's kind of warming up a little bit, a little balmy outside. So no real news to really speak of right now. So we're going to go ahead and sign off. If you have some hunker down tips that worked for you during this, fluke weather event that turned out to be nothing, go ahead and make sure you hit us up on the socials or at Twitter at Shive Weather, and we'll make sure that we retweet some of those and share them in case next time we actually do have a weather event of any significance. That way we're prepared for it. So listen, thanks for all your support, everybody out there, from myself and the network and my doctors who were called after my last check-in. Just want to say thank you for being there, for walking down this snowy street with us. And we will see you in case there's a storm next time worth talking about. We'll be right here at the Dave Shive Weather Network.